Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Bitcoin and altcoins. We're gonna dive in the crypto market today. We'll see what's going on in most of the major coins, and starting with Bitcoin on the base channel here, where we are observing our price position. We are in the middle of the base channel here, and after, of course, a rejection. But of course, this rejection tells us something. It didn't, of course, just start to unfold for nothing, but it took the invalidation for a potential 1-2-1-2 here, wave 3-4 invalidated already, meaning we're not in an impulse here. We are simply in a three ways down, three ways up, and potentially can be a WXNY. This is my highest expectations here, meaning an impulse 1-2-1-2, 3-4-5-4-5 for a wave A, and then wave B, and then 1-2-3-4-5 for a wave C, where we might hit, of course, our target and timing for wave 2, taken from this wave 1 as a bull run or previous bull run, and we might get a wave 2 there to start also a new bull run for wave 3. So basically, we are looking here for something that it might be still, of course, at deeper prices. I'm still expecting at least here the 52Ks. This is a minimum target, is 0.618 as well. Taking also this target from the WXNY, meaning this W and X and a Y, where we might finish up even the 1-to-1 fib level in case, of course, of some scary scenarios that it might still reach the 40K. Very likely, and especially when I mentioned this within this scenario, yeah, from the three possibility where we might have WXNY, ABC regular flat, ABC expanding flat. Those are the major probabilities, but the highest one was the WXNY here, which where it can dive deeper. Yeah, it can dive towards the 0.618 taken from the wave 1 as well, in confluence with the 1-to-1 fib level for the WXNY as well in this region here for a 40K. So basically, this is right now unfolding perfectly, I would say. And on the micro level today, we got a potential wave 5 start to unfold. We're gonna dive inside it on the 15-minute chart as well. But currently, I'm counting a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 here, an extended wave 5. Definitely, yes, it can turn into double 1, 2, and wave 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, which can turn deeper. But for me, I'm still, of course, in a safer mode at first to finish an extended wave 5, potentially wave A, and then pushing wave B and a wave C downward again. Now, if we dive on the 15-minute chart, we are looking for the wave 4 inside this red zone as expected, of course, the 0.38, especially as an alternation for a wave 2, very shallow and very sideways. We're expecting a wave 4 to be a little bit more aggressive, and here we are. Currently, we are looking here, if we zoom in, we are looking at an expanding diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for a wave 1. Why expanding diagonal? Why not double 1, 2, for example, wave 3, wave 4 invalidation? And that's why this 5 waves turns into an expanding diagonal, wave 1, ABC, wave 2, signal of weakness again, and we might continue to drop toward the downside. My target is 59K here, as this is a mini target, I would say, for this wave 5, meaning by taking the low there, we might start to see another wave 4 and another wave 5 later on to reach, of course, the 52K as we mentioned for Bitcoin. By all means, and as a conclusion for Bitcoin, yes, wave 3, 4, and a 5, 4, and a 5 might still be unfolding, and a 1, 2 there has been given potentially, and we want to see, of course, simply continuation toward the downside. That was it for Bitcoin. Let's see Ethereum on the 4 hours chart. For Ethereum, we are looking also at our impulse as expected to unfold here. And here we are. We have finished potentially this wave 3 there and wave 4 given. Let me count this internally, guys, on the 1 hour chart. So we are in a 1, 2, 1, 2 and a wave 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, this is the first wave 5, 1, 2, 3. 4 and a 5, there we go. So we're still looking for a wave 5 to be unfolding there. With it, it's gonna finish wave 3 in the blue, 4 and a 5. There we are. Here we go. This is how the count should be there to finish up exactly in our target area, The red zone here, minimum target is 1469, and we might have, of course, lower than this, yeah, based on the daily. But first, we're gonna see what's gonna happen there. What I'm expecting is to take, of course, the low there, a new low, meaning on the daily, the new low here. Yeah, so this as a potential 1212 definitely is gonna be invalidated. Once we take this new low, well, we can start to count something as W and X, and this is your wave Y. 3 ways down, 3 ways up, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. But yeah, this might even continue toward the downside in the worst case scenario and take even a new lower low for Ethereum. So we gotta be careful with Ethereum, guys. Currently on the micro level, then we are expecting definitely lower prices, and 470 is very expected. For Solana is also showing something perfectly with our counting here and expectations. 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for your wave 3, wave 4, and a 5, and then 4, and a 5 is unfolding, meaning the final wave 5 is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, and also I'm still expecting the 5th waves to be unfolding toward the downside, knowing that even this wave 3 can be extending right now in double 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 4, and a 5, and a final 4 and a 5 again. By all means, the wave 3 can extend to there, and then having another wave 4 and a 5 coming back to the same area here as a normal wave 4. When you have double 1, 2, of course, the second comes back to the first one. So by all means, double 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, and a 5 to finish wave 3, and then 4 and a 5 to alternate this 1, 2, hitting our target $51, $57 for Solana, guys. Further lower prices are definitely expected there. On the 15-minute chart as well, we are looking here at 5 waves toward the downside, already given 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. The same as Bitcoin, I would say it's kind of like an expanding diagonal somehow, because the wave 5 is kind of like looking longer than the wave 3. If it is not the case, then it can be a leading diagonal, and it's worth here to see what is it exactly. Well, yeah, it is a leading diagonal. Better even than, I would say, than Bitcoin. It looks still contracting. So I would say it looks like a leading diagonal. And it is a 1, 2 here, 3, 4, and a 5 to unfold still toward the downside to finish a wave 3 there, guys. Yeah, so we'll see this in gray. Yep, so this is regarding Solana. Finally, not finally, I would say, before finally, we still have a lot of altcoins. So Sui, for Sui as well, let's go for hours here. So I'm still expecting my red zone is not yet taken, and I'm still expecting the $0.56 here before we push for higher. So currently, we are still unfolding the wave 4. I'm expecting this price already taken, but the timing also is very essential, don't forget, and we are still unfolding it, as you can see. So I'm still expecting here, well, it can start at any time, but basically on the 15-minute chart, we have to be careful because this is looking like a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay, no, nothing is impulsive here. First, you have 3 waves as a wave 5 plus 1, 2, 3, 4. Where is your wave 5? Now, in case it is an impulse 1, 2, 3, also wave 4 and a 5, well, it is possible, but it starts to get very low probability. But basically, I would say that something looking for higher still very likely can be an ABC or WXNY. I'm still looking for this red zone to be taken, actually, before we drop down within a wave 5. But at the end, don't forget that the trend is still downward, and we're still looking, of course, for something for lower. Nothing is bullish, and this is not an impulse over there, guys. We're looking for something first to finish up this correction before we dive deeper again to hit the target. As expected, 0.618 1-to-1 taken from the wave 1 there. And of course, based on this wave 3 to give us this scenario there as a target, can be in a worst case scenario like going for lower. Well, it is possible. It is open anyway. to 0.45. It depends on the structure, but I believe that this wave 5 might end up very likely at 0.56. That was it for SUI. For render, we are looking as well for this probability where we have here already a potential something as a diagonal, but I doubt it because wave 4 becomes longer unless the diagonal here is an expanding 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5, something very low that it can be unfolding and very aggressive, especially that we started a 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5, so we gotta be careful with it. Basically, we got here kind of like a wave 1. It can be even an ABC, so I'm still testing this area as expected, by the way. So this is the highest probability right now to reach this area and to see what's gonna be exactly the reaction over there. So ABC expanding flat, wave 2 is very likely that we might start to see something pushing toward the upside. Again, one more drop, wave 5 is of course a very potential to unfold here, especially that you took already the low. Now a lot of overlapping, meaning definitely it's a diagonal, leading diagonal as a 1, 2 and then 3, 4 and a 5. So expect, of course, that we reach the 1.44, 1.29 even is very likely. Of course, invalidation for something bullish, meaning taking this low, I would say invalidation of anything bullish here at this area where you hit the 1.12. And if we do, then expect, of course, a further lower prices to 0.76 in the worst case scenario. Yep, so this is also regarding render, guys. For the next one, we're gonna see today FET. For FET, as well, almost the same like render. I would say they are very matching in the chart. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5 as an expanding diagonal is very likely, also as very bearish, meaning of course we can still get very low, especially if this transforms to a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because all of those are 5 waves impulses. So this needs also to be an impulse. Otherwise, we have finished really W, X, and a Y here, and we are in an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 finished, wave 1, and you are looking here at a potential 1, 2, of course, or ABC. Yeah, so the two probabilities, what is different a little bit from render here, is that we have passed already the minimum target, but for a wave 2, but we didn't took the time for it. And that means whether you range just like that, like W, X, and a Y, or A, B, and a C, but in this case, you will reach even the 0.618, especially that you have an impulse. It is already a signal of a zigzag here. So expect an A and then a very slow wave B, that it can be triangle or W, X, and a Y. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here as a wave 2 to reach this zone area before we start to push for higher again. So that means 1, 2 to be tested before we start to drop the things very bearish. In case, of course, that we take here the low again, so also the same as render, I'm gonna give you also a key level as invalidation here. In case that we hit this area, it is your invalidation of bullish. And that means if this happens, that means a new lower low will be taken again. And that means we gonna take, of course, this low. Yeah, it can be the 886. Well, that's very low, guys. But I'm gonna be patient. I'm gonna test my zones here for wave 2 and then take it step by step, guys. So this is regarding FET. Finally, we're gonna see injective. For injective, also very looking very bullish, I would say. And the invalidation is not taken. That means this potential impulse as a 1, 2 here, A, B, and a C expanding flat, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, wave 3, wave 4, and a 5 potentially, or even if this is not your wave 5, it can be very likely that this ABC expanding flat again, or W, X, and a wave Y to unfold in a very long time here, because your wave 2 is huge in time, and the wave 4 might take, of course, double time of your wave 2. And that means, of course, wave 4 might still be unfolding there, and we might see something as a wave 5 later on. Unless the 3.38 will be taken as an validation of bullish, and that means of course it's a red flag here, and we're gonna take a new low again for injective, which I doubt it so far. Yep, so that was it for the crypto market updates. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye bye. Before you leave, make sure to join our private Discord community. There you will get daily updates faster than YouTube, plus exclusive bonus trading signals for the gold, silver, Bitcoin, and stocks. You can also request one special technical analysis every day and get access even to our only members video on YouTube and also on Discord. And stay ahead, of course, with economic and political news that actually moves the market. And of course, we do regular Q&A sessions, so you can get your questions answered directly in the Discord. And of course, if you're serious about leveling your trading, the Discord link is below in the description and in the comments. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.